Okay, welcome back everybody to Coffee in my new Angie cup and Art in the Morning. This is part, well, I don't want to say it's part two. It's a separate video. It's not connected to the other one. But I did a color book page from Doodlers Anonymous on the first, this morning. And this is impromptu Wednesday morning. And then I had some people ask me to show my big 12 by 12 idea journal, which it's kind of like more inspiration to me rather than the written ideas. The written ideas are in my in my 3 ring binder, my 8.5 by 11 binder. I actually have two. I started a new one for the new year, and those are my inspiration, idea generating, collecting notebooks. This one has more, I don't think it has much written. It has more, it's just one of the 12 by 12 scrapbooks, uh, scrapbook books. And I use it, again, I tried to back the camera up, but it's still not backed up enough. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm going to have to give me a second to move the camera back up just a little because it's a big notebook. So that should work. There we go. And I'm probably gonna have to slide it back and forth. It's 3 inch. What is that? 2 inches, 3 inch thick binder. So let me move all my pencils and everything over there, and then I'll try to maybe work in my art journal. I want to cut out a few things out of my new calendars, my flower calendar and my peacock calendar, and find homes for some of those cutouts in my art journal. I already did the color book page this morning, so I probably won't be doing that. Anyway, there's my painty hand. I just put that in the middle. And I might have to go make a phone call. I forgot about it. Okay. So we'll see how long I can be here. Now, again, some of this stuff is, I'm going to have to I have to, it won't flip open because the camera's like literally there. So I'm going to have to flip pages like this. So let's see here. All right. We'll try this. We're going to try this. Okay, so this is more an idea notebook plus my Mindy Lacefield 12 by 12 pages that I did about a year ago. I think it was that I took her class. Again, I don't take many online classes. I talked about that in earlier in part one. But these are kind of things that just inspire me. For instance, these little cards are out of either Flow magazine or the Flow books, or some of them may be out of um Daphne's Journal, the magazine. Daphne's, I forget the whole name of the magazine. So they're just little things that inspire me that I like. I may or may not use them sometimes, but I just kind of collect them. So are we here? Okay. All right. So I just keep some of them in these little, that little ATC sleeves. They're like little gift tag cards. They say handmade. I know they're in here, so if I want to make something and need a little tag or something, I know where they are. And it's just all kinds of little stuff. I have these dividers I like. This is from a color book, something out of, I think, Flow magazine. I'm not going to play with these, not color book, paper dolls. I'm not going to cut them out and use them, but they inspire me. I just like the way they look. Daphne's Diary. Thank you, Janet and Rain. Daphne's Diary. And they could be out of that or out of a Flow. I don't really keep up with that stuff. This is just for my collecting and keeping. So I just, like this for sure is Flow. It has a little Flow thing there. And so it's just stuff that I like. And it kind of inspires me. Not that I really have time to get stuck with ideas, but these things make me happy to keep. So even if I don't keep a full magazine, and these are all cardstock too, I'll keep this kind of stuff. These little paper dolls, they make you happy. They make me happy anyway. Here's a Celtic cross. I love this this individual piece of scrapbook paper. So I punched holes in it and put it in the book. Now, I think the back side is, some of them are white on the back and I could write on the back. Okay, or sometimes they're not. So some are like here's this little hand lettering how to. This was in this little hand lettering how to book was in a flow book. And let's see what else. I'm going to skip some of my writing notes. Here are some Project Life cards. I like the color combination. These are just stickers that I'll use, like reinforcements. Okay, like a reinforcement if a page tears. Let's see. If a page tears or something, I'll use that. You know, I have them here to use, is what I'm saying. And there's just some little journaling cards and just some little sleeves to throw things in. Another scrapbook paper. I love this scrapbook paper. And then this little fox was in a Flow magazine. I just cut it out and glued it on. And again, I could write in here, but I'm not much of a journaler in these kind of books, in a visual book. I have other books that I write ideas and notes down in, such as my 8.5 by, regular 3-ring binder size, the regular notebook size. Those are where I'll write my ideas down. I have tabs for different ideas on color, design, words, topics, and all that kind of stuff. That's when I really write in. This one is not really written in much, except a few things. And again, some of them are personal, and I'm just not going to show them to you. Okay, so here's another thing I cut out. I love that. And I keep some sleeves in here in case I just have something I want to add. Again, this is a scrapbook paper. I just like this star chart paper. So I just put it in here. Is my scroll thing? Let me make sure. Okay. I have to make sure my scroll is locked. Again, another paper. I just like it. I'm not going to use it in scrapbooking. I just want the piece of paper. So I put it in the notebook. Why not? Some more of these little sleeves, another notebook paper, another scrapbook paper, this one too. So you can just see, I've used these papers, like I used this one and this one. I think it came in a stack and there was 2 or 3 sheets of each. And I did use this and this in the page pocket letters. And I still have some ready to go to make. And so I just wanted to keep that paper. Okay, so then here are some ideas for some different pocket letters with the Project Life cards. So this is a page protector size, okay, like you would, a pocket letter. They're smaller than the Project Life cards. So I cut the cards down. So these are ready to go pocket letters if I so desire, or I just love the color combinations. And so what I did is I cut down the Project Life cards to fit 2.5 by, I think these are ATC size. Let's see. 2.5 by 3.5, which is what the size you use for pocket letters. So I cut down the Project Life cards to ATC size. You like this, Violet? Well, it's just inspiration stuff for me. It may or may not, inspire anybody else, but I'm just showing you how I collect myself some inspirations. Just like I have my Jonathan Adler plastic sleeve book where it's just 8.5 by 11 things that I've saved. There's and I'll show that one again here in a minute too. I'll go through this one. This is the same type of thing, except smaller. This is the Jonathan Adler plastic sleeve one. Okay, and it's the same type of thing that I'm doing here, except it's just smaller. This one will hold up to 12 by 12. But I collect things like this the same way I do my scrapbooking, all different sizes. My scrapbooks have 8.5 by 11, because they all have the same ring size. So, you know, this is smaller than the 12 by 12 binder, but the holes are punched the same size. So you can use, what stack was that from? No, I can go look it up. I think it's a DCWV, but I don't remember the name of it. It was on $5 clearance at Michael's probably about a year ago. Anyway, so I collect these kind of things in the same way that I would collect or do scrapbooking, which is I always do scrapbooking by event. I don't date it. I mean, I can put a date on it, but I mean, I don't date, I don't go chronologically. I don't scrapbook chronologically, and lately I haven't scrapbooked at all. So, but I've got at least 25 books this big, full of scrapbook pages that I've done. But I don't scrapbook chronologically. I scrapbook by event. So if something's Booze Cheer in North Carolina, we'll have some pages for that. And in that, it might have a 12 by 12, one big photo of her. And then I might have a whole bunch of little pages. I might have a small section of photos and memorabilia. I'll mix it up, is what I'm saying. I'll mix it up size wise. And so then I got some different ideas here and some notes. And that same kind of thing, all the same kind of stuff. And then here is another scrapbook page. Now this is a thin one. Okay. This is a thin, probably out of a stack, but I like this particular page. Okay, so let me see. I got a few of those. Well, I guess I can show you which ones I have in here. It's just this. I'm just kind of giving you the idea. But it's thin, but I just like the big picture of the thread, so I put that in here. This was from, I don't know if it was from Flow Magazine, a color book, something out of Flow or what. I know it's a flamingo. Eileen, look away. I love the design of this. I'm not a Zentangler. I'm not really a doodler, but I love those designs on this particular flamingo. So that's just glued onto a piece of cardstock. So I'll have just white cardstock in here where I can glue things in. Now, again, this isn't like jam-packed with, well, I guess maybe it is. But I'm not going to show you every single page. I just want you to get the idea. All right, here's an example of why I keep the little ring things. Because when you go through, especially when this book is full as to the top, I don't know if you can see that, but it's full all the way to the top. So when it gets that full, if you put a thin paper in there, you're likely to tear the hole. So that's why I have back in the front over there, I had all those hole reinforcers so I can reinforce pages when I tear them, because it inevitably happens. Doesn't bother me to throw on a reinforcer, but I love that paper too. Then I've got some white cardstock. Then I have, this is from Flow Magazine too. Now, I am going to take this one out if it fits in my, let me get the other book. It's in the other room because I was writing in it. Hang on. It may be too big and may not fit in this book, but this is the book that I use. Remember, I made my own signatures in this one with all the Flow. Paula's got the same set. The sets of Flow. I put paper in between it, so these Flow journals. There was a set of, like, how many were there? 4, 6? I forget now, Paula. But these little Flow journals came in a set. And so I made my own, kind of like not adorable, not Fauxbonichi. You know this one. Anyway, I made my own with the, and I just stitched, I just made holes and I stitched in some elastic, the pretty elastic. Here, let's see if you can see it. It's the glittery elastics, and made my own signature holders. Oh, what's the name of this? Faux Dories and Adorables is stuck in my head. But you know what kind of book it is. Anyway, so I have my own papers in between those booklets. And this one, again, I don't know that it's the right size. It might be. But this is one of the things that I was saving. This little Grateful diary, and I might have to just trim it down. No, I think it might fit. I think it's the same size as the Flows because it's a Flow book. And see, same thing for here. There's the book diary, just all different things. I got some of the, I made my own signatures with the Tim Holtz, the nature look stack. I don't remember. Midori. Thank you, Carrie. The Midori. So I'm seeing, yeah, see, it'll fit. So I'll put this in here, the little gratefulness diary that came from Flow. I'll put that in here too. Let me find a spot where I can slip it in. Here we go. So, is that one going to be big enough? Let's see. Let's give it a shot. I don't think this one's going to be wide enough. Let me get to the middle. So I just slip it in like this. Let's get it to the middle. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. Okay. My mom's messaging me. She's on my stream. What kind of white pen? Oh, my mom's watching the stream. She wanted to know what kind of white pen I was using earlier. Okay, so Mom, it's the Posca, Uni Posca. I think you have to order them, Mom. I don't think you can just like buy them in Michael's. But, and I wish I would have known that, Mom. I just made a jet pen order last night. I would have got you some. But anyway, we'll get back with you, Mom, on where we can find some for you. But yeah, it's a paint pen rather than like a gel pen. It's like paint. So yeah, that's what I was using. Okay, so yeah, so that fit in there. So now I've got the little gratefulness diary in my book, which is getting quite thick, as you can see. This is where I left off writing in it. So this is my current writing journal, and I just put one of these old Smashbook bands. I love these Smashbook bands. If you can ever find them, you should get them because they're nice, thick, elastic, and it's a pen holder. See, these are all pen holders right there. I don't know if you can see. Well, you can now, but so yeah, these are individual little pen holders. And so if you ever see the Smashbook bands, these are awesome for any of your books. Okay, so we just threw that one in there. All right, let's go back to this. All right. All right, so again, here's just an odd size sleeve. Oh, these are some stickers. Again, I should pull these out because I'm liking these. I think did somebody send these to me? I think somebody might have sent these to me. No, I think they're out of Flow. Or maybe it's a combination of both. All right, let's see. Mom's talking to me. Okay. Oh, that's just a repeat because I didn't answer. It tells you twice if you don't answer. But anyway, these little stickers, I need to pull these out and use them in my faux Dory, my Dory bowl. So I'm going to pull that out too. Yeah, you can use hair bands too. It just depends. The hair bands, I use hair bands on the larger notebooks. A smaller one, sometimes the hair bands are a little big. Depends on how thick the book is. Yeah, there's all kinds of bands. Yeah, I'm not saying that this was the only one. I'm just saying it's my favorite because it's wide and it's a good quality elastic. Okay, so again, I love these. I love these. I think they were I bought them at 2Ps a few years ago. Is it Amy Tan that did these? I don't remember what, but anyway, they did them for the, that's all slipping my mind now. Anyway, the dividers, I can't remember who makes them. And so here's another sheet. So again, this is like my inspiration stuff. Okay, so here now is the start of my, the start, and there's not a whole lot of pages. There's not a whole lot. But the Mindy Lacefield Sunday morning class. Okay. The Smash Bands are great because the pen, yeah, it has the pen holder part in it. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And they're, you can see it, they're on clearance all the time. They're on clearance all the time. I think I find them for 50 cents or a dollar everywhere. Michael's clearance, at Blick clearance. I find them everywhere. And I probably have one on half of my journals because anytime I find one, I buy it. So, yeah. All right. So the Mindy Lacefield class is where I keep these pages in here just because they inspire me. Now, while I was taking her class, it's called Sunday mornings, and what she does is she gives a Bible verse and a little she did had a little videos with the class every class, and give a little explanation of how she does her pages, what they mean to her, and her style. So, what I wanted to attempt with this class was doing a style that wasn't my own. So again, I did not selling these, not doing it's totally her class and it's her style. But I just wanted to play with something different. Uh, and so that's what I tried to kind of emulate her style, but add my own stuff to it, which is what she encourages you to do. And so this is in my inspiration notebook. Again, this is the only time I've ever even done this style. So it's really not my style, it's Mindy Lacefield style, but it inspires me to try something different. Dritz project bands, composition books. Yeah, now in composition books, I'll use hair bands. The thinner ones, the thinner plastic ones, composition books are great for that. So, yeah. I mean, they're good for that size. Hair bands work good on composition books. Some books are littler though, like my Adorables, they're smaller. And the hair bands, depend. It just depends on the kind, guys. Y'all know how to find a hair band, for goodness sake. All right, so here are the pages that I've done. And again, I don't even remember if she worked on 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12. I don't even remember. It's been again, over a year since I did this. And so I did both. I did some pages on 12 by 12. And what I did is I used scrapbook paper, paper that I felt had that little girl whimsy kind of feel. If you know who Mindy Lacefield is, that's kind of her flavor. So I just played around and I tried to use as many of the same kind of colors that she did, and just play around with it. Now my mom's gonna love these. My mom's gonna want these pages. I'm just saying. Mom's gonna want it. She's here. She's if she's watching, she's gonna go, oh, I love those pages. This is like so my mom. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the pages that I did during her class. Again, I think she gave us Friends Forever and maybe a verse. Sometimes I use a verse, sometimes I didn't. I just kind of made it my own. This is my own little cutouts from my silhouette. So I didn't like exactly copy what she was doing, but I kind of emulated the style, if that makes sense. Like she would have little circles, these little drawn circles and stuff. Well, I had these little like pie circles in my Cameo. So I used some of those cutouts and just whatever. And so I just kind of made it my own. Like she didn't draw exactly these, is what I'm saying. But it's her style. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's like a children's book. It's very whimsical, light-hearted, pastel colors. And I just wanted to play that month or whatever, however long the class went for. And it was called Sunday Mornings. I think it's Sunday Mornings 2. I think she did a Sunday Mornings 1 a couple, 2, 3 years ago, and this was Sunday Morning 2. And I think she can still buy her classes. I don't really keep up with her, so I don't know what she has available right now. But it's Mindy Lacefield. Okay, I know she travels around doing classes. Okay, so there's that. So these kind of go together, but I'm not sure. I don't remember if all of them do or not. Okay, this was an unfinished one because I was going to do a double page thing. Okay, so here is kind of like, and let me put a paper behind there because it's when there's not. I don't know if this is going to be much helpful, but it's because it's going to conflict with, you're not going to be able to see the page difference there. I don't know if that's helpful, but anyway. So you kind of just play around with designs and shapes. And again, look, this is a totally different size page going a different way. That's not helping. I need white paper. Hang on, guys. They're already all colored up. Let me find a couple of white sheets of paper here. So you can see the different sizes. Okay. So you can see that one's this size and that one's this size. So I'll use different sizes. And she also suggested trying to use, and now this was hard for me to do. It was hard for me to do messy calligraphy because I was a professional calligrapher, a neat professional calligrapher. I mean, you know, y'all see me do lettering before, so you know what I'm talking about. You don't just scratchy out with a dip pen and make it as messy as possible on purpose. That's why I wanted to do this class, because it's like it just is outside my comfort zone. I wanted to do something different and messy and play, so I did. And so anyway, this one kind of had a little bit of a like a UFO feel. So I made this little like a little helmet and a little antenna. But I really enjoyed the colors and the messiness of it. I don't think we ever used a brush. I don't remember using a brush on any of this. I mean, we used a dip pen for the, you know, calligraphy, not a calligraphy pen, but a, you know, a dip pen, you know, I guess you could call it a calligraphy pen, but they're not calligraphy. Let me find it. Ah, hang on, guys. I'm knocking everything over. Trying to get under my camera. I don't have one right here. Well, you know, like this. Like a pointy pen. A pointy dip pen. Rather than, say, a calligraphy pen that's angled or flat. This is what I use, the kind of pen I used. Thanks, Denise. This is the kind of pen. These are just my calligraphy pens and nibs here. I keep them in a jar. But this is the pen that I use. I think it was this pen. And just dipped it in ink. And you tried to write as messy. You on purpose wrote messy. You know? Like me. Anything with paint outside my comfort zone 2 years ago. Yeah. And so it was just, it's very organic, unplanned, very just scribbly and scratchy. And after taking Miss Dale's gut art class a few years ago, probably gosh, now 5, 6 years, maybe 6 or 7 years ago now, you know, it was kind of like that kind of free form. You know, anyway, I won't get into the descriptions of all the classes. I don't remember them well enough to even describe them. But it just kind of reminded me of that playful feel. And so that's what I wanted to do. And so that's what I did. Okay, so I knocked over my watercolor things here. Let me put that. I don't want those to get. You should see this room is a mess. After a stream, it takes me an hour to clean up. All right, so that was this one. I want to go to the next set. Let me move the papers so that. Okay, so this was just an individual one here. And this one didn't have any, I don't think this had any purpose. I think this was just one that I just did. Again, you can see it doesn't necessarily have to even, there's no verse on this one. I could put any verse on it or quote or affirmation and it would work, you know. And so it's very sketchy, messy, pencil, ink, pen, a lot of, you know, I use the cheap portfolio, you know, these, let's see, where are they? Finding where I put them is another story. Y'all know what portfolios look like. I can't find where I put them. I'm sick. I'm looking in every drawer. I can't remember what drawer. Well, anyway, the portfolio water soluble oil pastels around here somewhere where they're very smeary. See, look, you can smear them and blend them. You know what they are. I don't know why I keep trying to show you all everything. You know what the portfolios are. All right, so if you have any questions, put them in caps. I know you're talking to me. So, again, it looks a little flashed out on the camera. It's a little brighter. There we go. See, if I tilt it, you can see the better true color there. Kind of flashes out on the camera when it's flat, but it's very bright. I use like neon pink, neon orange, bright teal. I mean, this is like the neon paint, like literally the neons, neon paint, not just like a bright orange, it's neon. Um, exactly. Well, that's why I wanted to do this, Mad Rat. Okay, so here's where she would give us some verses. This one has consider the birds and in the verse. And so what I did is I broke it out into two sections rather than one. And she had some kind of a bird icons. I don't remember if they look like this or not. And then I just did my own little angels, and I added my own little spin by putting my clock, gluing my collage clock. So I kind of put my own touch to it, but I used her verses, I used her themes. She liked to do a lot of lines, like with pencil lines and messy lines like this, so that it's all messy and like childlike. It's like childlike had done it, you know? Thanks, guys. See, everybody likes these. You know, they like this kind of style. It makes you happy to have that childlike playfulness to the pages. And I gotta say, it was very fun doing them. But for me to like do this, it's just not, I mean, I enjoyed doing it, but it was a stretch. Not that it was hard to do in the sense that the techniques were hard. There was nothing hard about the techniques. What was hard was making you do something totally different than what you're used to doing. Does that make sense? It's like if you've never collaged and you try to collage like I collage, it's my techniques are not hard. I tell you step by step how to do it, just like she does. It's the techniques aren't hard, but getting into the mindset of that feel of it is what makes it hard, if that makes sense. Well, it's not even letting go. It's doing something. It's like if you're right-handed and trying to write left-handed. It's not really letting yourself go. Because I let myself go. I mean, it's not that's not exactly what I mean. It's more like if you're right-handed and you try to write with your left, or if you're left-handed and you try to write with your right. It just doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel natural to work like this because I'm used to doing different, very realistic drawings and portraits and realistic animals. Even though my collage is abstract and things like that, it's still very controlled. This is like you're out, you're out of control here. You're out of control here, people. But I have fun doing it and I like the results. So I keep it for inspiration. Okay, all right, so let's go to the next couple pages. All right, so this one is another psalm, and then I just have lines over here. I think this was a one-page thing, and I tried to, wanted to maybe try to make it two, or just, I don't know. I don't remember now what I was thinking exactly, like why there's nothing on these lines. But anyway, you can see the little characters are very, very free form, very, and then these are the shapes from I use the cutouts from my silhouette as like not a stencil, but a mask. So I would use those as masks. So I used my silhouette cameo a lot for shapes and things. I used my own stamp here with the watches, the clocks. So you can see, but the colors make it so fun and whimsy. Yeah, I know, exactly, Pam. It's the colors too. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. So again, you can kind of get the idea. It's very scribbly. I mean, she would just have you take a pencil, and I don't have a, well, I never have a real pencil when I need one, do I? But she would just have you take pencils and just scribble and scratch, and is very messy, which that never bothers me. The messy part doesn't bother me. Um, but it's just not how I work normally. But I know it just makes you happy to see them, doesn't it? Okay, so this one, oh, I put here because last time I couldn't remember who did it, so I put her name on there because I never remember who it is. Let me put my Mindy Lacefield over here because I'll forget again. So this little girl here, I did a little African American girl with like curly hair, and she's holding a little dove. And this one has an eagle, and although I did other birds and stuff, she's holding a little dove in the little verse. And I love this page. I love her. Let me take her out of the book so you can see her better. I just love her. So I made her like a little princess. These are just 12 by 12 scrapbook cardstock and or scrapbook papers. This is just cardstock, okay, 12 by 12. But I just love the little prints. Little bits of washi tape or little cross hatching. Oh, that was a stamp right there. That was a stamp, and then I just filled it in. So I just love her. She makes me happy. I gave her little heart cheeks. Thanks. And again, this is Mindy Lacefield style. It's not my style. It's my take on her style. If you know Mindy Lacefield, just look her up. You'll see tons of pictures of her work. But it's my take on her style. So I loved her. Okay. Would love if you would design stamps of these. Yeah, I don't have time to do any stamp designs. I'm not even a stamper, really. I mean, I've got a lot of stamps, but I'm really not a stamper. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Who designs cool stamps these days is Darcy UK. I don't remember her last release, but she has some cool stamp designs. Yeah. Okay, then this one, I just kind of made them go together. They're not really a match. But she would do things like she would use washi tape on a little banner, so I would just kind of did it different. Again, I add my own stuff to it. She might do loopy loops, but then I added my own little cutout, silhouette cameo cutout. Just different things like that. So it's kind of like combining the two. And again, this was hard for me to write messy. This was difficult for me to write messy on purpose like this. Do you mind if I use your angel design? I mean, go ahead, Ray. I mean, don't go make a stamp out of it, for goodness sake, because, I mean, a lot of this is incorporated from Mindy's stuff, too. So, the little girls with the far apart eyes and that kind of thing, the wide eyes and the little dots and things like that. I mean, I made it my own style, but it's from Mindy's style. So, y'all check out Mindy Lacefield. This one I think was on an actual scrapbook paper. Yeah, this was on a scrapbook paper. One of the things that's nice about using a scrapbook paper as a background is you've got something, you're not starting with a white page. You might even gesso over the whole thing, kind of like Paula does with her art journals where she'll just go right over a color book page. Oh, the horrors, Paula. The horrors. Going over a I shouldn't be saying that. We kind of, anyway. So, but how Paula will go over a page in a book or a journal. And we all do that in some sense over like magazine journals. You've seen my magazine journals and um, reverse collage and stuff like that. The point is when you gesso over, and I say gesso, I don't use gesso, I just use white paint, white acrylic paint. When you go over paint over a already something page. You're not starting with a blank page. Oh yeah, go ahead, Rain. I mean, I don't care about that. Yeah, it's that. Thank you, Sarah. Her YouTube is Tim's Sally, TIMSSALLY 13. That is Mindy Lacefield's YouTube channel. Tim's Sally. Let me write that down, so I'll make sure and put a link in my on this video. I'll put a link to that. Tim's, Sally, Mindy, YouTube. So I'll make sure and put a link in my description box. And again, this is one of the classes that she had I took it about a year ago. And I can't remember if it was Sunday morning 1. I think it was Sunday morning 2. And she had a sale. I think it was last year before Christmas, maybe. She had a holiday sale. And I think I got the class for $25 or $35. I think her classes are normally about 50 to 60. And I don't know what they are now, guys. I have not even checked prices on her. So don't quote me on that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think I paid like 25 or 35 for this class. Yeah, I do too. I love Mindy's art. Thanks. Hi, Packer Die. So, I just wanted to try something different. Okay, so here's another one. This one, I made my own kind of stylized angels, and this was the stencil, the window stencil from, I don't know, and I want to say it's not Crafter's Workshop, because I got it from Joann's. So I'm not even sure if it was a brand name. It could be Crafter's Workshop. I don't remember, but it came with 4 different like church-looking windows and doors on a 12 by 12 stencil, which I cut apart. So I don't remember who made this stencil, but I kind of used it as a mask and made like a church window. She's singing. There's a couple of angels on either side of the window. So did the little angels, and there she is singing. She's holding a little heart. She's got a little bow in her hair. And again, this is on a scrapbook paper. Yeah, it was a sale, Pam. I think it was 25 or 35 for it. It was a sale. And I think her classes aren't that expensive. I mean, I don't remember though. I'm so sorry, guys. I just cannot remember the price, her normal prices of her class. Because I bought it because it was a sale and I wanted to try something different. So this is a scrapbook paper. So you can see, you can leave some of the pattern showing and just paint over it. And then there's a little verse. Again, some stamping. And Mindy is all about messy. You stamp, you doodle, you draw, you throw paint on it, you rub your hands in it. It's all messy, messy. Which, that doesn't bother me like some people, Jean. Not that it bothers Jean anymore. Jean can touch any paint now, but it's just the whole vibe of drawing. Really, it's like if I was trying to draw with my left hand. That's the best description I can tell you, is if I tried to draw all this with my left hand. And maybe if you are like me and it's hard to do this kind of thing, drawing with your left hand might be best to try, because it kind of like frees you up to do this kind of whimsy, childlike effect that Mindy does. So, and again, I've never done, after this class, I never did any more pages like these. It was just fun. I enjoyed it. So again, there's some little angels, and I just made them look like they have kind of like antenna rays and glowing rays. And so, yeah, and so she's singing. So there's that side, and then I have a couple other size pages. I might as well just take them out and show you. Again, there's a little, this is just the vibe. Again, it's hard to tell y'all that these are not like what she does. I mean, these are not like copies of what she did. These are like, I use the colors, the scribbly, the little girls' kind of stylized faces, and the little stick bodies. That's Mindy. But, I added my own stuff. So there's some stamps in there. Okay, then these 2 pages go together. So I did a Jacob's ladder. And so there you go. You can kind of see. Again, it's very hard for me to write messy like that. Paint your story is 20. Okay, so again, I don't know. This one was Sunday mornings. So if you like this particular thing, this was and I think it was Sunday mornings 2. I think. It is fun to do, Eileen. It's real fun because you can't mess it up, but you do rely on white or negative space. You know, it does, the negative space is part of her design process or her designing. I found that she likes a lot of negative space. So I, played around with that. And then she has lots of clusters. And this was one of my cameo silhouettes that I just did a mask on, turned it like into a little tree, a little butterfly, lots of little dilly dallies in the corners and stuff. So okay, then these two pages go together. Again, using the little stick figures like little kids would draw them. It's just like a little kid would draw them. I just had so much fun. Did Sunday mornings 1 and 2, and you don't remember there being church windows and stuff. Yeah, I added my own because, she did give you verses, and I wanted them to maybe I made them a little bit more literal than her. Like, when she talks about unless the Lord build the house, I actually put a church, you know? So, maybe I did a little bit more literal than she might have. But again, here's an 8.5 by 11, and here's a 12 by 12. They go together. I mean, I made them that way. I made them, different sizes because that's the same way I scrapbook and idea collect. So again, a little bit of a stamped calendar down there, some washi tape, stamping. So you can kind of see. But you see how the white of the negative space, and even if it's not pure white, it's this is a painted, I painted it with white paint, but there might be some yellow or cream, but it's still the negative space. The negative space gives it a nice childlike effect too. Sarah, if you did these classes, we need to see your pages, Missy. Sarah said she did these classes. Ah, we were talking about how the pages were intimidating. Wonder if we used paint first and colored over the doodles. Um, Again, in this case, she starts out with a lot of, finger painting, throwing in paint with fingers. She'll give you some color ideas, and you just start doing this. I mean, it's very organic. You don't think you ever finish them? Well, I don't know that they're, you could call them finished. I don't know. But this was very hard to do. Very hard for me to write, very messy. But there's a little girl. See, she's a little stick figure. There's a little stamp for her dress. There's some washi tape there. So, okay. And then the last one. Okay, this one. I thought I had another page that went with this one, but maybe not. Okay, so this one is sparrows. Again, there's a verse that goes with that. I didn't write it out. I just think I like the way that looked with just the word sparrows. So I'll just try to kind of hold it up so you can see some of the detail. And I just thought a little bicycle needed to be there. That's a sticker. That's a bicycle sticker. And I just needed to be there. I'd had to have that bicycle right there. I don't know why. You took the first class free at Orla, and I are intimidated on the really busy color book pages. Oh, you're intimidated on the color. Oh, well, have you seen my Animalia color book pages? I show you how to start out with big washes of color over the whole animal. Mad Rat. So that's all. That's all I have in those. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably about 15 pages that I did that month. That was a month-long thing. So anyway, again, I love these dividers. Here's some more, what do you call it? Project Life pages. I like the pink, white, and black. I know that's a Heidi Swapp color combination, but I think these were from 2 different sets. So there's those. Again, another page that I just liked. So I got a lot of scrapbook papers in here that I just like. These would be awesome just to paint over, like whether it's Mindy Lacefield style or your own style, but to use these scrapbook papers as that base, like this. See, that's what I started with. Was a scrapbook paper. Don't be intimidated. Yeah, you're the boss of your color book. Exactly. Uh, all right, so let's see what else I have in here. All right. It's been a while since I've been in here. So then I have more white cardstock ready to go with whatever. Again, I love these dividers. I think they're Print Shop. Was it Print Shop? I can't remember if it was Print Shop. Thanks, guys, on the Mindy stretch. Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. And again, I just keep those in this book because this is like my inspiration, one of my visual inspiration. Not a lot of writing. I mean, I might write some notes or something, but it's not really a writing journal or a writing idea book. My writing idea books are my like I'll show you my new one. I already showed it, but like this one. This is my new one, and I got a lot of stuff in here going on. That I told y'all that I'm doing some of the CVS, the Society of Visual. How was it? Society of Visual Storytelling, and it's SVS Learn. And so I'm doing some of their things, and so I'm keeping my notes in here. Look, here's a headband, guys. Is everybody happy? Here's a headband. So this is where I'll write down. I'll do more writing in that type of journal. Okay. Uh, this one and my Jonathan Adler, which I'm getting ready to show you too, have just more visual ideas. And then let's see if I have anything else I can show you here. Okay, here's another page. Oh, I think what I did here is I also put a divider with each one of these. This is like a Monet painting blow up of it. It's from a stack. Okay, what else do I have in here? I have some notebooks in here. Like I have some extra pages, some extra dividers, and they're all different sizes. See, they're all different sizes. Then I'll have a couple of folders in here with other ideas. Like in this one, I've got a bunch of vellum lettering in there. And so I have different ones of those, some color book stuffs, my Celtic knots. So I have all kinds of things. And the paper's all different sizes. So that it's just inspiring me to have all different sizes of paper as well. And then at the beginning, I have bags of maps and different things in there, which I need to go through because it's probably stuff I can use in my Adorable. So there we go for that one. And again, I have another one of these that I put around it to keep it, a smash band. And then in the Jonathan Adler, I do want to get over to an art journal page eventually today. So my Jonathan Adler is all it is a whole book of just sleeves. Okay, I got it at Barnes and Noble. I added my own couple more extra bands so I could add some, inserts if I want to. And these are all things that I've cut out of magazines, Flow magazine in particular, of things that I like that I just want to keep. You're going to, okay, tweet some Mindy pages. Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, the dividers I don't, 2Ps is no longer around. I don't even know where you would find those dividers. I think they're a Print Shop, and there's two lines that were so similar, Print Shop being one. And one I think was by Amy Tan, but I don't remember. But anyway, I bought 3 sets of them. And I'll cut them down I trim them down the bottom off a little bit if I want them in a 8.5 by 11 because they are 12. They are for 12. But again, remember, the 12 by 12 ring binders for scrapbooking have the same spaced rings as your standard school size 8.5 by 11. Okay. So these are just things that I've either cut out, I liked, papers. These are some of the wrapping papers from Flow, and they always have their cardstock weight. These are cardstock weight. Same kind of thing in the middle of your Somerset Studio magazines. Although this is one I drew. This is a hand-drawn one here. But these are all just different things out of, this is a scrapbook paper. I just like that bit. So it's just things out of different magazines, mostly Flow. Here's some tags. These are the tags from that set. This is the set that, what do you call it? Sherry loves this. There's this particular set of scrapbook paper. Anyway, I made little tags out of that. What else do I have in here? Just some paper there. These were out of, I don't even know what magazine, because I don't keep track of it, because this isn't for anybody but me. So I don't care where this came from in particular. I mean, it's nice to kind of know if it's a Flow magazine, if it's a cardstock, but usually that's along the, the edge or something. But if I just cut this out, I like it. I glue it in here. Here's a picture of Einstein. I cut him out and glued him on that scrapbook paper that Sherry likes again. Well, she used to like it. I don't know if she still does. That used to be one of Sherry's page favorites. So again, some different things out of Flow, and I keep them because they make me happy. And I have room for a few more, but it is getting quite full. And I have a bit of just cardstock in here where I can glue stuff in. So if it's just a little something, I can like glue it down here. If it's a full page, they get put in a sleeve. So you see, it just makes me happy to have these. And here's some more papers. These are like wrapping papers. Different wrapping papers. And I know they're in here. If I ever need a special wrapping paper for something, I know that they're in here. I just kind of have senses of where everything is. But I think these were out of that woman's, what's the name of that magazine? Womankind. This magazine, I've been really liking this magazine too. It's got some awesome art in it. But this magazine, I think these two were out of that, if I remember. Let me make sure my thing is clicked down here, because if I don't put a test in, sometimes I lose my chat. All right. So yeah. So keep things that just inspire you, that you love the art of it, or just makes you happy to look at. So yeah. So this, I think you can still get these at Barnes & Noble. Now they don't have this. They don't have the extra elastic. I added that myself. But all those sleeves, it's just a book of sleeves, blank sleeves. And then you can collect things like that in it. So this is one of my favorite books. All right, so now on to, well, let me show this. I don't know if Lindsay Whimsy is still here, but this is the book that she's really wanted me to do something in. I might do just a quick little something. Let me move some more stuff out of the way here, guys. Do that. These watercolors, stacks fell here. All right. Big mess. All right, so these books are great. Well, thanks. I know I've shown, and they can be repetitive because I know most of y'all here have seen them all a bunch of times, but hey, write down some ideas. Again, that's why you need to write things down, even if it's on a Post-it note, because you can take that Post-it note and slap it in any one of your books. Okay, so this is my Freestyle Really Big Notebook. I have changed my mind on this like 4 times before I decided what I wanted it for. The reason I bought it was it has an index in the front and every page is numbered. It's like 800 pages. The paper is thin. It's not, it's like, let me see how I can describe it. It's probably about like printer paper, like kind of a good quality printer paper, but nonetheless, it's thin. You can't really do wet media even my inks go through. But my thing with this book is I wanted it to be kind of like a combination glue book and ink. I really didn't want this to be a drawing book because I have so many other sketchbooks for individual sketching purposes, whether it's sketching out, sketching in, sketching off the TV, sketching my animals. That's my big book, this one, the very big sketchbook where I have my animal sketches. So, I have different books for different things. So I really just wanted this to be a fun play book, although there's a couple of things that I have colored and cut out. Now, this page and the very back page are copied out of, on thin paper, because I wanted it thin to glue in, out of the, I call it my Paula Paris book. And I did not want to cut up my Paula Paris book. So this one and this one are copies out of that book. And then I colored them and added like my own hair and whatnot. I added my own like carved stamp here. But I wanted one coming and going. So those are the 2 pages. The rest of the things that I have in here that are color book pages are actually like cut right out of the book itself. Like the kimono girls, the Japanese kimonos, they're cut right out of the book. And so what this pretty much is things. Now I have done a couple of little drawings in it, but it's mostly things that I've cut out of magazines and then added my own doodles to. It's just inspiration for me. I just like doing this kind of play sometimes when I don't really want to think. I just want to just play with something. So I'll just do some little faces. I'll add some bits of clothing and play with, making my own shapes and girls or whatever. It's a few words here and there because, I don't really put words in my artwork. So I'll throw a few words in there if I find something I like. Like this girl right here. This girl's head is just a separate thing. These are all bits of other clothing, and I just made them into the sleeves. Then this is all hand-drawn, and then I put some little odd pieces of whatever for boot cuffs and drew little boots. So it's kind of like a combination glue book and ink doodles. This is about as doodly as I get. This would be what I would call my doodles. Okay. And I just haven't worked in it that much lately. But you can kind of see some. I drew some. I was sitting on the bed, I think, watching TV, and I drew some Walter, my cat. I think this was cut out of the Daphne's Diary. Here's a little swatch of some pencils or something. A bit of a color book angel. And I just have her walking on a feather. Walking on a feather there. With the hand writing. And there's the feather. And she's kind of walking up. I think I just cut the image. This was out of an angel coloring book. And I just cut it so that it looked like she was walking up that feather. Here's the yoo-hoo that I've drawn a bunch of times. So, all right, so here's one of the ones that this is actually colored in the book, in the kimono book, and then I cut her out and glued her in here and just put all kinds of designs. Okay, same for her. She's cut just directly out of the book. Little dragonfly, just all kinds of things like that. So, some little cat faces. Anyway, this is just like a little glue and ink book. that I'll play in. And so I like having lots of books for different things. I never feel bad about, do I need to finish that book from cover to cover? And I never feel that way. It just does not bother me to have books going with all different types of things. Okay, so what I want to do is back to this book that we were working in earlier to use up the paint. And again, I put in just some wax paper where we were left off because I did not fully dry these. Okay, so is Denise here that just messaged me? Yeah, Denise. Are you the one that wants the poodle? I have lost the person that wants me to draw their poodle. I think it's a poodle. It looks like a giant poodle, gray poodle. Is it you that wanted me to do that, Denise? I totally have lost that person. And I just saw a message from Denise. So there's a lag in chat, so I have to wait for her to hear me and see it or hear me. Okay, yay. Let me write that down because Denise, your message, when I was cleaning out my Facebook messages, I think I deleted you and I didn't mean to. Sorry. And I did not remember who wanted me to do. So I'm writing that down. So anyway, Denise just asked me if I would work on it on Ustream. Well, I never mind doing that. Okay. Oh, you probably don't want your name all over my, okay. Now that I know. Okay, so she just messaged me and asked if when I work on it, if I would do it on Ustream. And I don't mind doing that. Most people, I don't do that because I want them to approve of it before I show it to anybody, you know? So, oh, thank you, Denise. Okay, a black standard poodle. Okay, a standard poodle. Let me write that down. Okay. And she's gray. Well, she has black in her too, but it's a standard poodle. Okay. All right. Thank you, Denise, for messaging me because I totally lost you. I totally lost you. So anyway, I don't mind doing it on stream. Like I said, I usually don't because I like the people to make sure they like the portrait before I do it. Because I like taking a little bit of a chance when I do people like Packer Dye and Bailey J and Miss Vicky B and uh, Shannon Green. You know, when I do those live faces of people that are actually people we know, they may, I kind of wonder, do they mind? But I asked first, usually like Darcy UK, and then Shannon actually asked her to send me a picture that she wanted me to draw. But I usually don't like to show the portraits till they're done to make sure the person likes them. And of course, a lot of people I do commission for their children, their elderly, passed away relatives. And although Denise said that her dog has passed away, am I correct, Denise? A lot of people don't want those out there. They don't want them on internet. They don't want me to post them on Facebook. So a lot of things I do, you don't see because they're not posted. A lot of people give me permission. Sure, go ahead and post it. But I always ask. I always make sure that it's okay before I post anybody's commission. So, okay. Well, I just, it's just polite. It's just polite because I mean, you're drawing somebody's kids. They may not want those out there. Why is my camera crooked? I don't know. Oh, it's just this book is thick. That's what it is. This book is thick. Hang on, guys. Let me kind of lighten it. Okay. I think I need to refocus and all. Let me go ahead and zoom in one and refocus my camera. Where's my... Hang on, guys. It gets a little out of focus every now and then. Come on. Focus. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, Yeah. Okay. So see, that's the kind of thing that I never know if people want that out there or not. So, but I'm so glad you messaged me, Denise. I was getting ready to put out a flash on my Facebook page, just general, please, if you're the one. Okay. So thanks, Denise. I'm glad I found you. Okay. So, but yeah, I don't mind doing that. Hey, Ash. All right. So these are some of I just added some paint to these pages earlier, and I think they're dry enough to take out the wax paper now. So what I wanted to do was maybe just work on a page in this book. But what I'm going to do is I want to go through my flower calendar and and I'll save all this. Don't throw this away. There's nothing wrong with these. I just fold them in half, and I usually just stick them in the back of the book, or I'll put them in the next to my little tube of stuff. Okay, so um, oh, it's Ash and Sandra. Okay, yeah. When I see scraps and buttons and bows, I get Sandra. Sometimes Sandra and Ash, but it is Ash and Sandra. Okay. All right. So these are the two calendars that I, in particular, wanted to cut some things out of and find homes for in this journal. I do want to eventually finish this journal and the other Dilutions journal that I'm working in, and really finish them. Now, I don't want to really look at the colors of the pages right now. I want to just find images that I like, and then I'll find a home in the book for those pages. Hey, Larkspur Vicky. I wanted to do this, but it's not that Vicky. Tumbleweed Vicky. So this is one of the new calendars I got, and this is a new calendar. And I just, would like to find homes for, like, let me just flip through this, and I'm going to pick out maybe a few pages that have giant flowers. So you can kind of see what we're looking at here. Not loving that one right now. I mean, I'll use all kinds of little bits of flowers in my little art cards and things, but right now I want to find some bigger images. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go through and just randomly, I don't like to keep licking my fingers and licking this. I need one of those little thumb things, or a piece of tape on my finger or something. Like this. That is awesome. I cannot wait to use this. Yeah, Xandra has tell me AC Morehouse calendars. I did go back and bought three more for Cam and Boo. I bought them some calendars for their rooms. But yeah, when you can get them for $3 at the bookstore, like I think this one is, how much was this one? Like, I don't have the box. It's 12, $16 calendars, and you get them for $3. That's when I go to every February, the end of January, first week of February is when they have all their calendars $3. Yes, I know the Zinnia. Yeah. So I'm just going to flip through. So this may be a little tedious for you guys, but I'm just showing you how I'm working. This is what I would be doing if you weren't here. So that's what I'm doing while you are here. Like I like that. I'm looking for the larger flowers because these large flowers I can't use in well, I mean I can use bits of them, but I can't use them in my art cards. And sometimes I just like the big images in my art journal, like that. Look at that. So I'm just picking them out. See, right now, this right here is calling for me to do a collage. I'm loving that right there. I want to put a little swing right there, a little tire swing right there. See if Barnes & Noble has a Frida calendar. If they do, it's going to probably be 50% off, not $3. I bought the last Frida calendar, last Frida. When I go for the first round of buying calendars, I try to buy the calendars that I love that there's only one of. So that is my first priority when I go calendar shopping for my $3 calendars, is to get the ones that there's only one of. Look at that, see? And then if I go back and just have a hankering to buy, that's a little wimpy. If I have a hankering to buy, and I got too many like that one right now. That's pretty. Then I'll buy up the other kinds that there's been lots of. Kind of like that. I like the bright ones in my art journal. See, look, this right here is calling me to do a story with it. It just is. Well, you might be able to find it online then, Sarah. I'd look online. And all these can be used for something at some point. But I'm just kind of picking some out to add to my journal. Just to play. Oh, I kind of like that. See, look. We could paint that blue and turn it into a Whovian TARDIS for Carrie. Is Carrie still here? Yeah, she might be napping. Been here a while. So I'll do a couple of cutouts and find a couple things, guys. Maybe stay for about 45 more minutes, and then I gotta head out. It's been I hadn't planned to stream at all, but we had a big storm this morning. And I wasn't sure I was going to be able to stream at all because I won't, if it was lightning, I was going to stop streaming. But just rainy and thunder and that's fine. But when so it didn't lightning. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Isn't that awesome? I got a couple already pulled that are like that. So I got some like that. I got a couple roses. I already got a couple zinnias. And I think I have something like that, although I'll go ahead and pull that one. I've got some similar ones pulled. So you didn't know that you're going to have to look at 365 flowers, did you? Yeah, you like that idea, Carrie? But these kind of things, like I love to just do a little bit of an art card in there and paint my own little worlds. Do my own little path in there, or little stairs. I don't know. Look at that one. But thanks for hanging out, guys. And again, I never expect anybody to stay all day at my streams when I am streaming long. It's just, we all enjoy hanging out. People, if you have Windows set to auto update, it's going to download Windows 10 on you. Oh, that's interesting. Carrie just said in chat that if you have Windows set to auto update, which I don't think. No, they always ask me. It's going to download Windows 10 on you. Now, Joyce is not streaming today, Vicky. She said she lost her voice, so she's not streaming today. That's why I'm here. If Joycey was streaming, I would not be streaming. Trust me. Look, that's pretty too. Look at that. See, just the stairs right there is awesome in a collage. Just little bits, Yeah, she said she lost her voice, Vicky. I don't know what that means. That's all I saw. If she said more, I didn't know. I specifically bought my computer when Windows 8 came out. When I bought my new laptop, I waited an extra week to get my laptop so they would put Windows 7. I don't want anything else. There's nothing wrong with what I'm using. Don't give me something else I don't need. I don't have to. Story time on some of these. Yeah. Oh, I could so make stories out of these. Oh, I love that. Okay. So I'm almost done. That's pretty. I'll pick it out. Just And I'm not going to use all these guys. I'm just going to pick a few that I really like. I already picked a tulip. But anyway. So Carrie, did you get Windows 10? I don't know if that means. Okay, so and Card Chick said only if 10 is compatible. Well, these days, you almost, yeah. I mean, because, what was it a few years ago when XP went bye bye and everybody had to go with, more. Um, yeah, okay. I don't know. All right, so then I'm going to pull these out. So I'm going to put these away, and then I'm going to look through this peacock calendar and see if there's anything in here. Now, there's only, 12 pictures in here. So I'm going to just kind of be selective on a couple. I probably want one thing with feathers and one with the bird. Like this one. This one's so similar to the post. Oh, Debbie. Is Debbie still here? Debbie Boring? No, she's gone. She's already gone. I wanted to make sure she got it. Y'all remember the poster that I started coloring? So if anybody's asking me to finish the poster, let me tell you about the poster. So Debbie Boring's granddaughter, if y'all remember when she got the Happy Mail we sent her. I say we because I signed it from all of us. Anyway, she loves peacocks. I did not know that. So I sent her that peacock poster to finish. So it's Debbie Boring's granddaughter's peacock poster now. Just saying. So, yeah, it's not going to get finished just by me. I sent it to her because I thought she would have much more joy out of it than us finishing it here. So I had a couple people ask me about that poster, so I did give it away. So yeah, I did not want Windows 8 at all, Cable Claire. That's why I specifically ordered 7. So yeah, thanks, Carrie. That's good to know. Yes, you wanted to let people know so we'll be surprised. Oh, gee. Okay, so I got to remember that these pages here. Okay, I just stuck my finger in the paint. Let's move that out of the way. Clean the paint off my hand. All right, so these are only like 8.5 by 11, I think, something like that. 8 by 10, maybe 8 by 11. So I have to be able to either go double, go across the page or whatever, but it's definitely not going to be a 12. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of not fussy cut yet, just kind of cut around here. And I'm going to keep these because these little feathers here, although I don't need this huge piece, but I want to keep those little feathers because I'll use those on an art card. Well, the only reason I'm telling y'all that is because people are asking me if I'm going to finish it. And I can't I'm not finishing it. So just FYI, I gave it away, which, that's not why I'm telling y'all that. I just wanted to let you know that it's not going to be finished. All right, so I'm just going to kind of cut around here. I'm going to cut it down some more. We'll just see how it fits. And I'm not necessarily putting it on this page. I just wanted the size. So a couple of things that we can try to fit in here. See how that looks awesome? Now, this being right down the middle, I really wouldn't want to put him right dab center and fold him right in half. If I was going to put him in the journal, I would fold it right here, or actually it would be better if you cut it and then glued it close to the inside there, rather than try to fold in a cutout, because it's going to start pulling away and tearing in the center. It's almost better if you just put it in a center like this. Now I'm not going to put it on this page, but I will fold it so you can see what I'm talking about. Well, no, I don't want to do that either because I don't know what page. It might go on this side. No, it's going to have to go on this side. All right, so let me go ahead and just kind of do a finger fold there. So what I would do is go ahead and cut it right where it would fit in the center. And then I'll glue it as close to, as I could. But I don't want to fold and glue because it's going to get real bulky right in there. So I'll glue it as close as I can because it's going to be in the fold. Does that make sense? Okay, I think so. Now, but it's not going on this page, but there we go. What else do I have? Oh, let me come back over here. I might pick a couple things. Let me see what else I got in here. That is awesome right there. Another awesome feather. See, like this one. So let's go with these two. We'll cut this one. And again, I'll probably have to cut some of the feathers off the bottom because it won't fit all the way. Jean, you awake? Jean likes to nap in my show, and I like to tease her about it, but really, Jean doesn't sleep much some days. And so some days it's like, if you can sleep in my show, Jean, you go right ahead. Or anybody else for that matter. If you like to watch videos and nap, then it doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me. All right. So I hope just through the day, doing that color book page, showing some journals and whatnot, get some ideas, hopefully get some inspiration to do something. All right, so this size here, all right, let me just go ahead. It almost will fit on a page. Let me just kind of cut that on there. There we go. All right, so let me just find a home for these two. No, let me find a couple. See, like this. I love that. I'm loving this on this page. Might just stick this one down. Now, what I'll probably do, rather than spend the time gluing each one of these elements to a page I'm not going to finish, I'll just tack it down with the glue stick for now, because I'm not going to work on all these pages today, obviously. But if I find a nice spot for a flower, I'll commit to that page and tack it down, tack it down with some, just a glue stick. Kind of liking it there. Okay, so I do have to trim this off though, just a little to have it fit. So I'm just going to take a little swipe of glue, which will still allow me to move it if I want to. It's just a little swipe of glue, but it'll hold it in place enough for now. But I can still peel it back up and move it around if I want. But like that. I like that on that page. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. Okay. All right. Let's pick a couple more flowers. Got a lot of pink ones here. But I probably have a lot of places that these will fit because this is Dylusions ink. And so obviously there's going to be a lot of the same colors in there. Although on some pages I added paint too. So I'm going to cut out a few flowers and then just do a flip through the book and see if I can find some homes for them and maybe work on one page because it's getting long. The day is going long. Oh, I have to tell you, yesterday, this would almost be, I don't want two the same, I don't want that two different flowers like that unless I was doing a whole bouquet. Um, so yesterday, Hubster wanted me to make meatloaf, and I was going to make some potatoes and my fried squash and onions. I love fried squash and onions. That's one of my favorites. Anyway, so I go last night to make the meatloaf, and I don't make meatloaf. I don't like meatloaf personally, so I don't make it very often. So maybe subconsciously, I don't know. I hope not. But anyway, so I was going to make the meatloaf, and I used my mom. I don't know if mom, are you still here? I used my mom's meatloaf recipe, which includes like a can of tomato sauce, an egg, crumbled up crackers for, and the egg, like the binder, bell pepper, onion, what else? Of course, salt, and pepper, and seasoning. Mush it all together, put it in a loaf pan, and bake it for an hour and a half, you know? So Hubster loves my meatloaf, which is actually my mom's meatloaf. My mom's meatloaf and my mom's potato salad are the only two recipes that I really have, and they both from my mom. And I'm going to just keep cutting while I talk. So I'm not going to cut that one because I don't think I'll use that one right now. Let's find some things I know I'm going to use for sure. Because I've already got enough pink things here. Let's go with something different. Here's a red one. Well, it's kind of pink and red. Anyway, so I go to take the meat out of the package, put it in a big bowl, and, getting ready to add everything in it. And the bowl, the plastic bowl I was going to mix everything in, slid off the counter and smack right on the floor. Hamburger meat went all over. So needless to say, all that went in the trash. And I had to call him and say, that meatloaf you wanted, I think we might have to have it tomorrow night. I'll have to get some more hamburger meat because that meatloaf ended up on the floor. So yeah, so tonight I'm going to have to I got to start over again. Well, I mean, start over. I never got started. The whole thing just went on the floor. And so I'm going to make meatloaf tonight. And y'all know I don't cook. So. So there's my meatloaf story. All right, let's see. Let's do one purple, and this will be a quick one to cut out. I'm going to cut out a few. I know. I showed y'all how an artist cooks. I have a book of food drawings. I draw my food. Now I'm not saying I don't know how to cook. I can cook. I had two girls, I had to cook. But do I like to cook? Do I when I don't have to cook? So, and Hubster's a better cook than me anyway. So. All right, there's a purple one. Let's see what else. Let's find something that's not going to take too long. Where's those zinnias? Zinnias or zinnias? And then here's a pansy. This was me and my grandma's flower. This is like my grandma and me had a thing with our little pansy. That was the first thing I ever remember her growing in her yard. I was probably 2, and I can still remember. It's funny. I don't know if mom's still here, but to this day, the house that grandma had from the time, I guess I was 2 till we moved to Texas when I was, I guess, 4, close to 5. I can still remember grandma's house, and we left when I was 4. I can so picture the house. I could right now draw the inside. I could draw the layout of her house and where all the furniture is. I could draw grandma's house to this day, and that is over 50 years ago. And I still remember grandma's house. Isn't that funny? Don't remember a lot of things, but I remember grandma's house. Oh, Queen Pam, your husband's a retired cook? Oh my gosh. Do you ever cook? Now, see, if you had and that's like Carrie too. Her husband's a chef. So it's like, you probably enjoy cooking when you can. I don't know. Maybe you enjoy cooking when you can. Okay, so I'm going to let's just cut out one more, and I'll save this other little stack. Put those over there. Let's cut out the zinnia. Zinnia. But anyway, that was me and Grandma's flower. It was the pansies. So anytime I see a pansy, purple, yellow, or white, that's me and Grandma's flower. Still have my grandma picture hanging up right there. Here, I'll show you my grandma. Okay, I have her washi taped up here. So here's my grandma. That's my mom's mom, if mom's here. But that's my grandma right there. Your grandma always called pansies happy faces. I know, and they are, aren't they? All right, so I'm going to find some homes for these flowers and maybe the peacocks. I wanted to work on a page. We're okay, we got a little bit of time still. And sometimes I'll fussy cut. Sometimes, again, I always tell you, and especially on my art cards that are small, it's so much better and easier to blend a torn edge than a cut edge. It's so much easier in collage. But then sometimes you need a fussy cut for an image that you just want on top of everything. See, that would even work on this page too, but I'm gonna keep going. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flip. I'm gonna keep my two peacocks right next to me here. I'll put one over here. I'm gonna keep my flowers right down here in front of me. You can kind of see them right here. I'm going to keep them all right down here in front of me, and I can audition them as I'm flipping pages and find homes for them. And then we'll do one of the peacock pages. At one point, Boo and Cam had their great, yes. And I have a picture of it's grandma, mom, me, Denise, my daughter, and Boo, my granddaughter. We all have our hands in a circle. So I have 5 generations of women's hands in one picture. All right, so I'm going to keep flipping here until I find something. This has already got a bird on it. We already put a bird on it. So I want to just find, this one's done. That one's already got pretty much a lot of stuff. This one could probably use a red flower. Don't know. Maybe. It might already have enough because I'm kind of liking this, so I don't want to cover that up. This one might already have enough. This one's already got large flowers. No, they're not finished. Look, this is not finished. This bird's not even stuck down. This right here is my page to tell y'all not to glue things down until you color them. Although he's going to go like right there somewhere. Because it's too hard to color your pages. Color your images when you've already glued them on top of collage. These are by no way. I'll tell you the ones that are done. Let me show you. The ones. This one's done. That one's done. Not done. Well, it really wasn't supposed to be a page. This is a separate kind of project. Not done. Not done. Maybe done. 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 Not done. Not. I'll just tell you the ones that are. This one could use a flower. Could almost use 2 things. Cut that down to like a little like that. I'm going to wait on it though. I'm not committed to that one. Not done, but it could use a purple flower. Kind of liking that. I'm going to just tack it down. There we go. I like it right there. I like that. My fellow night owls. Yeah, I saw it. People that sleep later. Yeah. This one's done, and I did this one for the Heart Journal magazine for Carlo during the interview. This image and those flowers are from her magazine. Okay, here's one that needs something. It almost needs something like this, so they kind of go together. This looks too different. This kind of goes, even though that's a little red, that's a little purple, but it could almost need something right there. But I don't know if it needs this. We're going to go for it. I'm going to just tack it down. This book doesn't have that many pages. I'm going to have to commit to the page somewhere. This one's done. That was from the Fairy Land book. This one we just, okay, now we're getting somewhere with the, I'm going for that. Okay, I'm going to tack it down until we get back to it. Then I'll fully glue him in. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. And I don't even know if I put enough glue on there to hold it. Probably not. I just want to tack him until I come back to him in 5 minutes. But he's not wanting to stick without some real glue. Okay, but we're going to go with him there. How's that looking? Kind of liking that. That looks possibility. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so let's keep moving. All right, so this is not done. Where's that purple flower? See? I kind of like it because of the colors. It's just not the placement. But I'm going to stick it, I'm just going to tack it. If I find another purple page I like better, I can just peel it up. You know, it's just tacked there for a minute. Okay. This one might be good for the other peacock. Almost. I'd have to kind of cut his feathers down a little bit. But he could almost go on this page. Like right about there. I like how this watch comes around his... What do y'all think? It would need more purple to make it contrast because it's too much the same color. But that would almost work. I kind of like that. Know what I mean, Vern? What do y'all think about that? Have to have more purple around him to contrast him. Kind of liking it. Let me just put I have a little post-it note somewhere here. Okay, I'm liking this so far. I'm just going to put a little thing here because I want to keep auditioning him. All right, here's another one. I got some big flowers on that, so I don't think I need any more flowers there. This is just totally nothing yet. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Okay, that's got some big flowers. That's got a big flower. This is some of the color book girls. I cut them out. That's a girl from a color book. I think I'm kind of liking this one as is. It's almost like done. It almost just needs that little star, moon, or whatever, just to be a little brighter right there. It's almost like that's all it needs. You know? I'm not sure about that one yet. This one's got a lot going on already. Same for this one. It just kind of needs to be finished off, blended. You know, it's already got some large flowers. I don't think it needs that. Don't think it needs anything. This one's got, see, a lot of them already got flowers on them. Let's see this. See how you just move it around and find a spot? This almost could be torn in half. This could almost be half up there, partially down here, maybe a little bit right there. Kind of liking this on this page though. I'm liking the brightness, but it's getting too heavy down here. This is too weighted down. That's not compositionally. You'd have to almost cover that up to be compositionally, but I don't want to cover that up. I like that because it kind of matches the bird. So that's just too much for that page. See how I'm just thinking it out loud, guys. This is done. This is steampunk page. This is out of the Creative Haven steampunk. And this is all, this is collage and that's collage. The rest is paint. And then we just kind of painted up some kind of ethereal stuff going on down here. I really like that. I got another steampunk one in here I like too. Now, I don't like this as much as I like the other page. This is the one we just put that flower on. And I still, every time I come to this page, it just calls me. This page is calling to me. See the bird right there? I just love this page. There's so much going on. I can just see multiple worlds in this page. She could probably use a flower. What do I have here? Nah, because I'm liking that right there. I don't want to cover that up. Unless I cut the flower down. No, not feeling it. Got a flower on that one. Got a bird on it. Another flower. Okay, this is going to need something, but all I've got left is 3. These colors aren't going to match or go. I don't like to say match. Okay, this one's done. The little other steampunk girl. No, I should say done. I could probably do a little bit more blending. But I really like her with the peacock feathers, like wings on her. Yeah, I could plan on doing that on a string. I don't like him looking off the page. He'd have to be on the inside. Too much birdage, I think. Okay, here's one that needs something. This has got to all be blended in. This is from a clip art book. This is not even from a color book. These are from clip art books. Just plain, it's too busy, too much. Okay, see, this could use something. This could use one of these flowers. Like that right there. Do I like it there? I like it either here or I like it upside down right there. I'm liking it there. Okay, we'll stick that one down. Okay, that'll go there. Could almost use another one. It's getting too much though. Okay. This one's done. The little fish are cut out of a color book. And everything else. This is a collage, and then everything else is paint. Too much competing for attention. This one's done. She's from the Floral Fashion. Oh, I skipped it. She's from the Floral Fashion. We did this page on stream. This is a good choice, but he's getting lost up there. I don't like him on the facing out, so I'd have to really cut him down to make him work on this page, although he would look good right there. I'm going for the other page so far. This was just another kind of steampunky looking project. Okay, here we go. I'm using flowers up in here somewhere. Right there, look at that. There's a stem and everything. Do I like that one though, or do I like that one? No, I like that one. It's still a little bright. But it does need some, but it's too red. Got this little bit of flower. I think I'll just hold off on that. Got that big flower there. Purple. Okay, here we go. Kind of like that. No, I like that better. Almost like that. Okay, we'll put it right there. You like the frog? Okay, this can almost work there. That's looking good too. I'm liking that because I can see sky, clouds, planets, a world right here. I'm kind of liking this one, guys. I gotta say, almost going, no, that's too busy. But I'm almost going for this. It's going to need a watch part. It's going to need a horizon. All right, I think that might be it. I'm going to hold this one too. Holding that spot right there. Just while I try to play around with this last This is from the color book. And I have too much going on there. Okay, that's it. So let me just put this bird aside and these extra wings aside. All right, so here we go. Yeah, I'm liking this too because I can see a whole world going on around me here. Whereas, let me go back to the one we bookmarked. This one, this is a little, I don't know, it's a little, I'm just not loving it. It's almost like it's too much alike. Whereas this has got a lot, this has got a lot of possibilities. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this one. This one would be faster because but I don't know. I think I will go with this. All right. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and glue that down. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Yeah, there's a lot to play with on this page. Exactly. Oh gosh, my coffee's cold as ice. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some of this wax paper back out that I just put back here. And just kind of put something in between the pages so that it's not going to stick anything. And then I'll have another bit of wax paper so I can put some matte medium on the back of him. And I do want a couple other things in here. Like I want a watch part. I'm going to want a watch part. Let's see here. Well, my books are piling up around me. Maybe a little fractal. You never know. You can always use a little fractal. Although this has got a lot going on. I don't know that I need much fractaling. But I'm going to flip through. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I just love that. I think it might, I really need to just tear this book apart. I mean, this calendar. If y'all don't know this calendar is a fractals. And I buy it for little bits of stuff. Like just a little bit. And this is where I do like to tear. Because just the littlest bit of color. See, look, just that little bit up there. Not all that, just that. So let me kind of flip this over because that's kind of almost exactly where I want it. Just measuring it out there. Now I gotta find my scissors again. This is gonna be right on the edge. So I did kind of measure it off or pencil it off. I don't know, I might need that too. I'm just thinking that needs to go right there. I just like it's a little bright. I know it's a little bright, but I kind of think this needs to go right there. I'm going to trim him off. See, he needs to go right there. Exactly. So I'm going to hold him there, turn the page over, get my pen, mark it off over here where he needs to be cut down. That fractal, I know the fractal is awesome. I know, right, guys? All right, so let me trim him down right on this corner. And he'll fit right down here in this corner. See? I like this behind him right there. Got some cloud stuff going on. All right, so it almost needs just a little bit of that orange, though, somewhere like down in here. I'm not really liking this bit, but I am liking this bit. Just to kind of carry it over down to here. But I really like this, looks like rocks. I don't want to cover that up. Or this could almost be a crashed spaceship. So I don't really want to lose that. I'll just hold on to this just in case. All right. Probably don't need it, but. Okay, so that's what I have planned for the initial glue down. Now I need a piece of a watch. Hang on. I need a couple of things. Oh, I like that. Let's test this out. This is an awesome look. No, it's, well, maybe. It might be too pink. We'll see. I'll cut this out. Do you have any questions or anything? Are y'all bored stiff? No, it's not the right color. It's the right color for here, but now I'm fighting with its brightness. Well, I really like that around his little head. Maybe if I got rid of the outer circle. Let's trim that down and see. Yes, that is a fractal calendar. I'll show it to you if you want to see it. If y'all missed all the calendars that I got last week, I have a calendar video. And I showed all the pages because they're getting cut up quick. I'm going to, you know what's bothering me on this? The yellow. It's the yellow that's bothering me. I think if I could get rid of the yellow in this, then I'd be happier. So that yellow is going to have to go. It's going to need to be like ochre or something. Looking, what color do I want that? All right, let me pull some. I don't want to get any paint on my grandma. Let's move grandma. So I just drop it in the paint. There we go. I'm going to glue these down here in a minute. I'm just going to kind of see about getting rid of. I don't want that bright yellow. I want to tone that down. Okay, I'm going to have to get some baby wipes out so I can get my hands clean. And this will all get blended in better anyway when I go to blend the whole thing together. But I just want to get rid of that yellow. That yellow is not making me happy. All right, and there again, I need it down there. It has more an ochre, color than yellow. The page in your book, did they already come with the background? Oh, I did all the backgrounds. No, there's nothing in this book. It was a blank book, hon. Yeah, it's a blank book. It's the Dylusions journal. The Dylusions. All right, now I'm going to need some kind of a horizon thing. I want this to kind of come across here maybe. Or maybe a little bit like this and a little bit like that. Kind of like, where's a pencil? Something like... something going on like this. So I'm going to need something right along here. You can't really see that that's a watch, but I know it is. I don't want it too... I'm liking those little things sticking out, kind of look like part of feathers, part of... So I'm just kind of flipping through some watch parts here. How are the twins? The twins are fine. The twins are actually hanging right here. Oh, the twins are hanging right here on the tripod stand. They've been behaving so far. Okay, I like this. Let's see about using a bit of this. Keep using my scissors under the wax paper. Let me move the wax paper. Move the baby wipes. Where's the scissors? Where'd they go? Okay, I lost my scissors. Seriously. They're gone. There they are. right, we got to get something done here, guys. The next 20 minutes. Oh, the next 20 minutes. All right, so let's get that gone. Because I need some more stuff. I don't have enough stuff here. All right, let's see. I need some more world. I need some more world. Gotta create some more worlds here. Too dark. Okay, I'm getting too dark. I gotta keep writing there. And then I'm getting too red with this. Maybe not. Well, the black. I don't want to get too yellow again. I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. I have to get me a little bit more stuff going on. What'd you get at Tuesday morning, Sarah? Oh, wait, you said. I didn't buy much, but Conti Studio sketching set for 10. Oh, nice. Hang on, guys. I'm going to flip through a magazine and find some kind of patterns. I need a horizon line here. I need a little bit more. It's got to stay away from the yellow, though. I don't like to, I know I have to hurry sometimes, but it's like not fun for me to hurry. This might be too blue. Yeah, it's too blue. Because I like to envision where I'm going. And if I get too rushed, well, you know. Night, Marita. Anybody else coming and going? Thanks for being here. I gotta go get me some coffee. I'm trying to finish this up because we're going to run out of time if I don't. And I want to at least get something going on this page. Oh, I like these rocks. These might work. Let's test this baby out. Some more rocks for a horizon line. Cut them out separate, like. Let's see. It may be too blue, but we'll try. Because I like that one. I'm liking that better than this. I don't like that one as much. Maybe that. I'm liking that. This needs a little bit more. No, I still like this one. Maybe I just need more behind this one. Something like that. Okay, I'm going to go with that. We're just going to go with that. I need just a little something there. Maybe that'll do it. Just needs a little height right there. And this will all be blended in. I think I'm going to go with that. Take your time. We don't mind. Yeah, but I'm going to run out of time. Another 3 hours is going to roll out. Have you tried the watercolor gel crayons by Up and Up? No. No, I haven't. I haven't even heard of Up and Up. But I've got so many my primary watercolor crayons now are my Neocolor 2s. And for just general play around, I like my Portfolio water soluble oil pastels. Never even heard of Up and Up. Okay, let me go ahead. Let us know though, Sarah. We need to see some videos. All right, let me get my and this is golden matte medium, and it's just in a dishwasher bottle, because then you can just pop open the top and squeeze out how much you want. Okay, and then I just got a card to scrape, and then let me get a glue brush. Sorry for the squeaky chair, guys. I still, it's the same old chair. I always say I'm going to get a new one of these days, but I haven't. Let's see. Medium brush. There we go. And these are the only brushes that stay in water all the time, are my glue brushes, because then they stay flexible all the time. All right, Up and Up is a Target brand. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. All right. I'll look though. I have never heard of it. So they have some watercolor crayons, huh? Awesome. All right, let me go ahead and put this down. And I put the matte medium on the item, and I'm trying not to move here because I want it exactly in that spot. Well, I got it cut down at the bottom. I can find it. And I want this to go this way behind his head. So let me just kind of get this in place just right. Right there. And then what I do is I just take a card. Oh, I put the matte. Let me redo that. Hang on. Because I want that exactly behind his head. Right in the exact spot. So then I'll just take the card wherever that went. Good grief. I got too much stuff on my desk. Okay, I lost that card. There we go. And just smooth it out like that. And one of the benefits of having matte medium on your page is then when you go to put paint on it, you can blend it all. The paint will move. You can take the paint off. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat at the same time. Okay, so let me go ahead and put some matte medium on the back of him. And put it on the page. All the way to the edge, because I cut him to fit. I cut him to fit right on the edge. Like that. Then put a layer over the top. And then smash it out with the card. Now be careful. The calendar pages are pretty thick, so you can kind of mash those down really hard. But if you're doing a magazine image, if you try to mash too hard, you're going to scrape the ink off the magazine image. So there we go. Okay, let me keep rolling. I need a little bit more matte medium in my... All right, so let's glue these down. Put that one behind this one. Got a little excess there. I'm still there, guys. All right. Let's flip to this corner. And I put quite a bit. I could put quite a bit of matte medium. I coat it really well because, you know, it's not just a coating, it's a glue too. And then I always put it on both sides. Put it on your substrate and on the back of your collage bit. And then over the top too. And again, I cut this one to fit in the corner. And this is why I put the wax paper behind it so I don't glue two pages together. Then I got this little bit here. Needs to come over a little. Needs to be right there. Okay, and then take my card and smash it all down. Did you draw the peacock? No, the peacock is, hey, Miss Allie. No, it's out of a calendar. I usually draw my animals in, you know, when I do the posters. This is just my little fun art journal. All right, so let's see what we can do now in our 20 minutes we have left. All right. I still have a little bit of the, it might be kind of dried out now. Let's see what colors I'm going to need. I already got my yellow, kind of my sienna. Let me move my matte medium out of the way. All right, let me think about what colors I want to pull out. I need a little bit. Let me move Grandma again. I have to keep moving her over the side so she doesn't get paint on her. I need some white and black. Come on now, focus. Okay. White. Black. I need a little bit of this color, this one. Bluegrass green, which is like the peacock's feathers. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Not really doing anything spectacular, just kind of playing here. I'm going to need probably a little, maybe a little bit of an orange. No, I don't know if I want terracotta is kind of cool because it kind of pulls in that color. Let dull it down though. Let's go with orange. I'll play with the orange and the sienna together. Those two colors play nice. Let me see what else I need. A little bit of Payne's Gray. And some kind of a gray here. Blue gray. Just a little. I can make some too with the black and white. Okay. This is just some gray. Almost empty on that one. And some baby wipes. Just talking it out. Still mesmerizing. I don't know, maybe. I'm having fun anyway, guys. If y'all are hanging out and getting some inspiration, then I'm happy. Know what I mean, Vern? Okay. So let's see here. I think I'll start with a little bit of black and gray. And I'm just going to start on my fingers here and kind of decide where. Nope, that's too. I need a little bit of blue in that. Let's get that a little bluer. So I'm just going to start kind of looking at a story in my head of what's going on here. So this is where I go, shh. Somebody said something about that on my YouTube comments. Start talking and quiet and you tell yourself to shh. I think it was Blondie. I don't know if she's here, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, I've got to make meatloaf today. After my meatloaf fiasco. All right, so you see how I'm using those kind of like rocks, like to make them look like mountains, and this is kind of like the horizon here. I think you can see that going across here. It is. It's got to be fun, right? Maybe do some water, some reflection in here. That's getting too blue. I don't want too much blue. Let me go with a little more dark black. But this can be a water reflection. This is the horizon right here. This is going to be water. Okay. In my mind, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so now what I'm going to need though is I'm going to pick up some of this white and move it over here to this palette where I have the browns, because I'm going to want to get a little bit of these sienna and brown colors, kind of mix them all up. And I'm going to try to start kind of blending out in the sky, but I'm going to want to have some, I want some of this to stay. I don't want to lose all this. But I'm going to start thinking about what's going on up here. Okay, because this already is almost looking cloudish. I almost need a little bit of pink too. I think I might need a little bit of coral after all. Let's put a little coral out. Maybe just a touch of, maybe this, no, that's too dull. I'm going to actually think I'm going to need some bright carousel pink, or is this better? Razzleberry. Yeah, I'll go with razzleberry. Just a dot out there. Okay, because see how this already looks like a cloud? So I can already just take a little bit of pink or coral and start making this cloud-like. Bye, Terry. And anybody else coming and going? You like these fractals? Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to kind of, I'm just picking up just little bits of paint on my finger here and playing with the sky. Let's see, I'm going to need a little, maybe this blue will work. I don't know if that's too dark. I picked up, touch the black. Now, here's a good example. Because this is coated with matte medium, it wipes right off. The paint will wipe right off. If I get it where I don't want it. All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to maybe make a little bit of dark up here. I have to decide what color back here do I want. I guess I can kind of go with both. Don't want to lose that little sun. Get in the crevice there and start blending out. Start making some clouds and stuff. You would kick yourself if you didn't have too much to do. I missed something there, Carrie Ann, but hi. All right, let's see. I might need a little more purple too, but let's see. Let's go with some of this orange because I want to. I'm gonna have some kind of nebula stuff going on over here. Too much. I need more orange. I need more orange right in there. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Almost could do a some kind of rays coming off of this area. See how it almost looks like some rays? But I got to fix this first before the rays come over the top of it. Let's see, let's go there a little bit more. Blend that in. I am going to need a little bit of purple, I think. Oh, got too much black in there. New baby wipe, fresh baby wipe. Get my edges. Very fluffy back in here. I almost need a brush to kind of get in here with my peach, sienna, right in here. A little bit. Lightening up. And I think I'll put some watch hands coming out of the top of his head. Almost could be watch hands, it could be antenna. And I'll put a couple clouds across there too, I think. Because I want this a little brighter so it's not so dull right behind his head. Is someone wanting to stream? I missed something. Hi, Barb. Yeah, I always tell y'all, let me know when I do impromptus if there's somebody else streaming, wanting to stream. This is just nobody else streaming, so I do. Except on Mondays. Of course, I always stream every Monday morning. But other than that, the teal color is bluegrass green. I'm just having to do it a little at a time, you know. All right, let's see here. I think I'll start with some teal around the edges and then go into some black. Just get rid of the edge because that color's in there, you know. And that's why I have the wax paper here, so I don't glue two pages together. That's what it's supposed to. It's going to be like nebulas out there, something going on. But I kind of want this to be in front of this. So I got to kind of keep working this, you know, behind here. I'm going to keep working it into this. I got here to watch a bit. It's kind of, I have been here since like 8:30, Barb. This is like, but I am almost out of time on this one. I did a few other things this morning, but yeah. Been here a while. We did talk about you, Barb. Talked about when your show was on you. It's now on YouTube instead of Ustream. I'm trying to decide if I want the clouds up this way. I think I want them coming down. I think I want them going downwards. So instead of like that, I think I'm going to want them coming around this way. Like this way. Let me kind of let it sit for a second so it kind of sticks. If I start adding other colors on top, you know, it's going to just blend. And I'm wanting them to be, you know, a shape. just needs to be dulled down here. Let's get a little lavender color going on here. Yeah, if y'all have times for people, put them in. Again, I don't remember everybody. It's all changes all the time, and different people stream at different times. That's why I always ask when I'm doing an impromptu if anybody's streaming, um, because I rarely get to watch anybody live. I have to always watch recordings. It's just the nature of it these days. So I'm always forgetting who's streaming what days at what times, you know. The peacock is stunned by the vista before him. That could be what he's saying. Oh, picked up black accidentally. Sorry, guys. I got to quit watching so much chat and watch where my fingers are going. Clean my hands off, too. Get some fresh baby wipes. Go through a lot of baby wipes when you do this process. Trust me, go through a lot of baby wipes. Okay, I think, let's go here. I want this to almost swirl around like this. It's coming around this way. Too white, and I'm going to have to add some orange to that. It's better. Thanks, Lynn. Let's paint with different fingers here. But I am going to run out of time, so I'm going to have to get crack-a-lacking, guys. I'm going to have to stop fussing here, even though I really want to. But we're going to run out of time. So let me start getting more particular. Too much exactness there. All right, let's see, need a little bit. too much exactness. Gotta get crack-a-lackin'. Shh. Gotta get crack-a-lackin'. Should be a fantasy. Well, I do my fantasy posters, my animal posters. All right, let's come down here. I gotta get down here in some gray and white. Do a little. I gotta get down in here. My need a little bit more. Something down here. Need a little bit more. Right there. Got to get in those little, whoops, got to get in the crevices there. Sorry I'm not talking much, guys. I'm really trying to concentrate to get this done because we're going to run out of time, and I hate not finishing this for you. Need some purple and dark. Nope, that's not the right color. It needs this. It needs more of this. Okay, gotta let that dry before I put more water on it. Okay. Gotta get in here with some clouds and stuff. Way back here in the distance. And at the same time filling in the crevices here. Oh, is that a blob? Did I blob that? I don't even know where did that come from? What the? Don't even know what that was. Oh, I think my chat froze. Hang on, guys. It did. So I don't know what y'all said the last 5 minutes. My chat locked up. Sorry. I'm hoping y'all are liking it because I didn't see anything y'all said. I'm sure y'all think it's okay. I mean, it's just kind of coming along. It's just, all right. It's a big world, though. You know, it's a bigger world that takes a little bit more time. I'm trying to do a 2-page spread here. Too much water in my brush. Anyway, but I will take a picture of it and post it. Along with the color book page we did earlier. trying to keep this very subtle down in here. All right, let's see. Let's go back up here. All right, I'm going to run out of time. I need a little bit more mountain something going on up here. Get a little something, something. So I haven't even got anything going over here yet. Hey, let's get something going. I'm running out of time. All right, a little bit more up here in the sky here. Sorry guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to hurry. Too much. Use more subtlety. All right, let's see if I can fog that out a little. Uh-oh. No, still there. Yeah, it's still recording. All right, I gotta make this quick. We're really seriously, I think we're down to the last few minutes before it tells me your time is up. Do you want to start a part 3? And I'm gonna go no. All right, let's see. All right, I gotta do my let me do my need a liner brush or some kind of. See which one I want to go with this. I gotta turn it, guys. I can't get it straight like that. My brush is even crooked. Okay, it's a little thick right there, so I'm gonna have to. see, where do I want this one over here? Okay, that needs to be, doesn't stand out enough. Where's my gel pen? We get the Posca. Probably the Posca be safer than the gel pen over this acrylic. And where's the black pencil? That'll work. There's blue, there's black. Black pencil. There we go. All right, a little bit of, I'm running out of time, guys. Sorry. I really hate to hurry, but some white here. I think I'll go with a little bit of white and turquoise. Let me water that down too. Get this real wet and soupy. I need more. Where's my spray bottle? There it is. Now let me just grab some water. Running out of time. A little bit of teal and a little bit of white. I want some down here in the water too. I could have spent a lot more time on this, guys, but we're running out. We're running out of time. So I think I'm going to have to call that done. Let me pull this out. And I'll take a picture of it and whatnot later. Let it dry and yep, I think I'm going to call it done. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks. Yeah, I need a little bit more darks in here and here. A little bit more dark. Maybe play with it a little. But overall, I'm liking it. Overall. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. So again, it's kind of, let me see if I can turn down the brightness for just a second so you can see the colors. There we go. Okay, there's more of the color right there. But I didn't want to get too dark while I was working, but there's what it looks like more. That's more of the true color right there. I could almost put a little bit of orange in his just a little bit of orange on his feathers here, just to kind of make him look a little bit more dimensional, you know, just a little bit. But it was fun. I had a fun day, guys. I hope you had a fun day because the day's pretty much gone. I gotta go make a meatloaf. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I probably won't stream tomorrow since I streamed so long today. But thanks for all the birthday wishes. Yeah, I'm glad y'all like it. Yeah, this is my birthday card to myself. This is my birthday card to myself. Ah, okay, guys. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.